Y'all remember when Monique read Shannon for filth and said this?
To make them feel better about themselves when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Shannon Sharpe really should have listened to Monique and stopped playing the streets because he's landed in a heap of trouble. Shannon's been going through it and it's been an absolute mess. A woman filed a lawsuit accusing him of some heavy allegations, claiming he allegedly assaulted her and got physical during their relationship. The streets are buzzing that this could be the start of a major downfall for him. Shannon's lawyering up to shut it down, but it's not looking good for him right now. He might need to get Monique on speed dial because she just might be the only one who can pull him out of this chaos. Did Shannon really try to pay the victim off with $10 million? Or is this another shakedown? Let's break it down. Monique doesn't play. She might tell you a joke, but she's never gonna tell you a lie. When she went on Club Shay Shay last year, she called Shannon out on his odd habit of dating young girls. Shannon seems to only chase young women and isn't shy about admitting it. Most folks ignore this behavior, but not Monique. During her interview, she straight up told him to date someone his own age. He didn't take her advice, and now he's being sued by a woman named Gabriella, who claims they were in a relationship from 2023 to early this year. According to her, she was only 19 when they got together, while Shannon was 54. That age gap raised major red flags. For context, Shannon's youngest child would have been around 29 or 30 at the time, meaning Gabriella is about 10 or 11 years younger than his youngest kid. Sure, it might be legal on paper, but that kind of age difference in this situation, it's giving side-eye vibes. Now, let's get into the tea. Gabriella didn't hold back in her lawsuit. She filed it under Jane Doe, trying to stay anonymous, but that didn't last long because Shannon's legal team named her directly in their response. That's how her identity got out. In her lawsuit, she accused Shannon of manipulating and controlling her, alleging he violently assaulted and essayed her from behind in October 2024 and January 2025, ignoring her pleas to stop. The lawsuit describes instances of alleged threats and physical abuse, stating Sharpe refused to accept no, even as she sobbed and screamed. Gabriella says things started off normal. They met at a gym in LA and had a consensual relationship for about 2 years. But somewhere along the way, things allegedly turned dark. She claims Shannon became cruel and even threatened to unalive her when she tried to share her location with friends. It gets worse. Gabriella also claims Shannon was big on recording their private moments, sometimes with her consent, other times allegedly without her even knowing. He told her the videos were just for him, but she's now accusing him of showing those recordings to his friend. Shannon wasn't about to let this slide. He came out swinging with a statement through his lawyer, denying the claims and posting actual text messages to clap back hard. The text transcripts Gabriella allegedly sent Shannon are wild, like not just spicy, we're talking full-on explicit, no-holds-barred messages. Shannon clearly wanted to show things weren't as one-sided as she's claiming, and he did not come to play. In the text, she says stuff like, I want you to put a doll collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. I know you miss this big, juicy-ass S25K for each cheek. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever I want to. Me, I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it, cause you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Those texts were graphic AF, no cap. And can we talk about Gabriella's weird fixation with the big black baby? The undertones are wild. Gabriella's white, and the way those messages read, it's giving full-on race play vibes. We're not diving into that mess today. That's a whole other rabbit hole. All I'm saying is it's uncomfortable and screams fetishization. Anyway, Shannon's statement also said, this lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars in her effort to extract a large financial settlement. Miss Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual, intimate encounter. We believe that video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. It continued. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing adult language and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Miss Zuniga. The edited tape that Miss Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing. And out of context from prior text messages that the intimate activity was not consensual, Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of SA, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the the law. But he didn't stop there. Shannon dropped a video accusing lawyer Tony Busby of blackmail. Yep, the same Tony Busby who went after Jay-Z with an SA lawsuit. Shannon claimed Busby was planning to release audio recordings, totally out of context, to make him look guilty. He also said Gabriella and Busby were after a massive $50 million on the lawsuit.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Tony Busby finally clapped back, claiming Shannon offered Gabriella $10 million during mediation to keep her from filing the lawsuit. He wrote, "Back in early February, our office contacted Mr. Sharpe on behalf of Jane Doe and broached the subject of a meeting. Multiple conversations took place. Ultimately, a mediation occurred. Sharpe was represented by different lawyers in that mediation. That mediation process went on for more than 6 weeks, ultimately leading to Mr. Sharpe making an incredibly significant offer to settle. However, Doe refused the hefty sum offered by Sharpe and instead filed this case." Busby also claimed the texts Shannon's team released were old, sent before the alleged assault. He wrote, "Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today, purportedly from Jane Doe, are dated prior to the alleged brutal set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work." Tony Busby wasn't done dragging Shannon yet. Right after Shannon posted that video claiming blackmail, Busby fired back with some serious heat. He dropped an audio clip where Shannon can allegedly be heard threatening Gabriella. Yeah, this is not looking good for him.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a bitch to me now, so.
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of you when I see you.
After releasing the audio, Busby wrote, "The contents of this clip are certainly not playful. They are instead disturbing, aggressive, and dangerous. This audio paints a clear picture of how Sharpe treated Jane Doe, leading her to escape from him by leaving Nevada and blocking all contact." Busby also doubled down on claims that Shannon's team offered Gabriella $10 million, saying, "On the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claimed that the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless, yet, on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit." He added that Jane Doe was indeed offered $10 million to settle but rejected it, choosing to move forward with the lawsuit. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her, and as expected, they're coming for Busby too. He said they won't be deterred by these tactics. Shannon's lawyer wasn't about to let that slide and clapped back hard, hitting Gabriella where it hurts. According to him, this lawsuit screams grift. He claims it's no coincidence that Gabriella filed her claims just one day before news broke that Shannon's on the verge of signing a massive media deal, reportedly worth over $100 million, for his Club Shay Shay podcast. His lawyer said her knowledge that Mr. Sharpe's about to receive a very lucrative contract, she knew that took advantage of it, and I described this in my opinion, that this is a classic definition of blackmail that gives the greatest leverage to blackmail. This whole thing is a hot mess, and like I said, Unc should have listened to Monique. Anywho, I want to know what y'all think about this wild drama in the comments below, and then check out the next video.